Welcome to my channel, homies. Today we're gonna make these delicious cheesesteak egg rolls. They are so crunchy and juicy on the inside. You're gonna love it. Keep watching to learn how to make these. The cook is hot. Ooh, she's on fire. Hey, she's on fire. Yup, she's on fire. The cook is hot. Hey, the cook is hot. The cook is hot. The cook is hot. The cook is hot. Hey, the cook is hot. The cook is hot. What? She's on fire. She's on fire. You notice I try to remove the excess moisture from the steak using a paper towel. The steak that I used in this recipe is called flank steak. It's normally used in stews. It already came cubed. And as you notice that I'm cutting it up even smaller slices so that it can fit properly inside the egg roll. Now you can see here I'm adding all the seasoning. So there's garlic powder, there's some chili powder, a little salt, and then some seasoning salt, which means the salt is actually optional if you don't like your food too salty, because the seasoning salt does have enough salt in it. So then I add all of this and then I mix everything together. I'm not going to separate it in the pan, so you may see it steam cook. It won't necessarily sear because I want some juices to come from this steak when I get ready to make the egg roll. So who else is on quarantine, working from home, lockdown, or what have you during this period? I've been working from home. When I'm working from home, I tend to cook more, but I have a lot of videos I need to upload, but I have to edit them first. I'm just over COVID. I'm really over it. It's just now the vaccine is out. We're encouraged to take the vaccine, but I have a feeling that we're going to have to take this vaccine annually. I'm not an expert or anything on it, but just reading how the virus keeps mutating, who knows if these vaccines are going to work. They may have to, every few months, come out with a new vaccine. Who knows? I mean, that's what they do with the flu. Every year you have to take a different flu vaccine. Some people never take the flu vaccine and they've never gotten the flu. But at the same time, with this COVID, the way it's just, I don't know. I don't understand this disease at all. Some people don't get any symptoms at all. Some people dying from it. I just feel like it's still very misunderstood disease, and there's still a lot more research that needs to be done on it. Who's planning to take the vaccine? Anybody? So now I'm adding the bell peppers and some onions and just stirring it until the steak gets done. Like I said, don't overcook it because it is flank steak and it will be tough. Stir it up and just try to have it juicy. You're gonna make some juices because it is touching each other, and that's what I call steam cooking. So after we cook this, we'll put it to the side and let it cool down before we start assembling the egg rolls. So now it's time to start assembling the egg rolls. I try to get the egg rolls that has like flour in between each layer. And what I'm doing is I'm wetting the ends and have it in the shape of a diamond. You want to put the meat and peppers kind of in the center. And then you'll see it's step by step, self-explanatory. Fold it over. Don't do it too tight. I put cheese in there, and then you want to fold it over like I'm saying, like you're doing like an envelope, and then close it. It's very simple. So I'll do the rest of it and speed through this, and I'll just sit them over in another plate while I'm assembling the rest of it. After I finish assembling the egg rolls, I usually put them in a plate. I stick them in the freezer for about 30 minutes. I feel that they do not overcook if they're cold because I'm going to stick them in some really hot grease. If they're not cold, I've tried it, and sometimes you had some of the cheese or some of the steak seep out. But when they're cold, it seems to hold together a lot better. So try to put it in the freezer or the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes to allow everything to cool off. Now, if you want the egg rolls to stay crispy, you can remove them from the pot, let some of the oil drain off. And I usually use a steel rice pan, but you can also use a steel cake rack or an oven rack or anything. I don't suggest putting them directly on paper towels because they tend to get soggy like that.
Few moments later.
These are so delicious, crunchy on the outside, juicy on the inside, cheesy, so good. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and peace.